There we go.
This is nice.
Alright, I believe we should be live now, I believe. I think. Are we? Yes, I believe we are.
Yep, we are live ski.
Excellent.
Indeed, we are live!
Very nice, Alistair.
What happened?
Oh, that's what that was.
Mm-hmm. They finally
Not
had
like...
a radio demon voice to,
Okay, yeah, that's why. It sounded like, wait, why
What?
did Stormy suddenly become a ham radio?
Yeah, they actually, that's... The thing is, they actually added an actual Alistair voice changer to voice mod. It sounds just like him. In fact, there's actually an evil setting, so you have his more... So when he does like the... If I wanted to hurt anyone when they goes all evil, I would already have done so.
Evil.
It has an evil sound effect.
Everything is evil.
Alright, we're live, yeah.
Alright, welcome to the Purple. Welcome.
Yes, it's me, Caro, Stormy, and of course, Rack.
And I see first man in is the West Coast Psycho. How you doing?
Hello there.
Hello there.
West.
Good old Psycho. Good guy. By the way, just for the people in the chat, if you're wondering why I sound weird, I'm recovering from a cold, so my voice is kind of So you might not hear me speak a lot, but I did want to be involved, so hey, here I am.
Anyways, yes, welcome everybody. I'm streaming to do a little bit of work on what I was doing for the GameSalmon, basically animating what he did way long ago on his video of Pinkie Pie's Cupcake Party, a My Little Pony horror game.
Yeah, indeed.
And as you can see in the title of the stream as well, I've also got a GoFundMe link there to help with a fundraiser. For those of you who don't know, our landlord is terminating our lease and giving us basically about a month and a half to find a new place. So of course I'm getting a fundraiser going in order to help generate funds for a down payment to find a new house. And I saw the donation you did, Gestro, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate it, dude.
So I'm gonna, guys. Sorry, you were saying?
I'm gonna say, if you're going to donate tonight, I would like to ask you to please donate to the GoFundMe. Just click copy paste the link in the stream's title and donate there if you're going to donate to the fundraiser. So
it'd be a really big help, guys. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Last I checked, I'm going to briefly check right now. Actually, yeah, we are a little close to the halfway point of the goal that we need, which is about 5K or so.
That's great. I know, like right now, like, ooh, big Steam summer sale. Everything's like slashed off. Let's give something. We'd rather prefer you didn't do that, and instead.
Yeah, seriously.
People can do with their money what they want. I don't expect everybody to donate, so.
Yeah, but you know, we
no, but it would be appreciated if you're gonna do anything like give a gift or anything like that. It'd probably be much more it'd be much more appreciated, at least in this instance where. Like, if you're gonna do anything, it'd be much more appreciated.
Yeah. Like, honestly, we can't tell you how to spend your money, but we would appreciate it if you made the effort to, just donate there as opposed to the other way.
Yeah.
And even then, even if, like, all you have right now is bits, like, if you can't donate cash, but you got bits on you, you can still send those. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
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 Reminds me, actually, I still have a few. Oh, I've only got 30 bits. Damn. Fuck it. I'm gonna trim anyway. I'm gonna trim my last 30 bits anyway, but it's fucking. May as well.
Fear the way.
Hey there, Sonic and Shadow fan, and hey, Spirit Wolf. Thank you for the kind words.
Fear the Waluigi.
That's like Salmon's thing, is that he likes to wear a Waluigi hat.
I'm not knocking his style, man. He's got good taste.
Mm-hmm.
You know what bothers me? Waluigi's never in the WarioWare games, and that bothers me.
You know, like the WarioWare thing's a separate thing?
I mean, but I don't even know what the relationship is. Apparently, they're they look like they're brothers, but apparently they're just good friends. I don't know what the canon is there. That's weird.
It is what it is.
Yeah, but I feel like Waluigi is literally a part of Wario in a way. So, like, you can't have one without the other, you know?
I never really questioned it that much, so.
I mean, I like the series. Gave us Mona Pizza, so there you go. I like Mona. Mona's cool.
I just like
Actually,
the
that's
song.
That's another thing. Like, there's other like Wario. Is Wario's canon differ from the Wario Land canon? Like, that's actually something to wonder. Because if they aren't, then wouldn't Captain Syrup be there?
I don't know. And yes, Alex Rum, this is like, yeah, I appreciate that. I'm hoping that I don't hope to match the quality of the Abandoned Discovery Island video that I did for Salmon, but I'm hoping that he'll like this as well. And
Nice.
yes, Skippy, this is indeed the same video that you're speaking of there. So
I don't trust your freaking voice. I don't trust you.
Adam, thank you very much for the host.
Hostage. We're taking the stream hostage. God damn it.
How can we take it? How can we take it hostage? He's still here.
I don't know. I will admit the cold has affected my reasoning.
It's okay. We need a chair and some duct tape, and we can turn this into the right situation.
I mean, I'm already duct taped to this chair, so I don't know what you mean.
Ooh, while I was a Waluigi fan.
I mean, who isn't a Waluigi fan? Let's be real.
Oh, Mr. Watersham, my dear fellow, I do believe we need to borrow a steel chair from you.
Do I look like I have steel chairs hidden in my table?
Oh boy, I
No,
wish.
when did we
I
walk
wish.
into Walmart? Or actually, when did we walk into Costco?
Whoa!
Adam with $50. Here we go.
There, and it begins.
Wonderful.
I.
Thank you very much, Adam.
By the way,
Wait.
also, Adam, don't think I also didn't know that you donate like 100 or something or whatever to the fundraiser as well, which thank you for that as well.
Did it just say 35 people just donated? What?
Yes.
Okay, that's all together. Okay, never mind. I
Like,
looked at it.
I'm
wait,
actually
it could
looking
be-
back on the list of people that donated. Give me one quick moment.
We got a lot of anons on this list.
Come on, let me access the thing, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list. These are all real life names, though, so that's gonna be a bit of a risky thing to say on stream, unless you know.
I
who it
don't
is,
say
you know.
full names.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, I did. This is not as I was expecting this to go. Just. I'm not hallucinating. I know it was here somewhere. Yeah, Adam donated 100 to the fundraiser, like on the first day that I started it. So
You
thank
have an anonymous donation for $300? Holy
I'm
shit.
well aware of that. Believe me, my mom, who also knows I'm doing this, was just as surprised to see that as well. Which I'd like to say also is fact that she is eternally grateful knowing the kind of people that follow me, you know, that are doing this.
The pepper.
Do that.
You're quite alright there, Chief.
Like I said, I'm in recovery, so right now my body's trying to get rid of the disgustingness from the cold. Don't worry, I'm fine. It's just my body's trying to get some stuff out.
Thank you very much, Adam. I greatly appreciate your continued support, dude. Hopefully we can do another Old Republic stream sometime with the gang.
Oh wait, I forgot. Hold on.
Please
Oh, yeah.
don't talk about the Republic right now. I can't even play the game as much as I want
Wonder
to.
if Shadow will animate Omar Sabali videos for MLB Horror. As much as I like seeing him collaborate with Salmon, I don't really follow Omar Sabali all that much, but I know he's very funny. I know that.
Skippy, Sea of Thieves is multiplayer only.
Yeah.
Well, you can play solo. It's more fun with friends.
I gotta test
There
that.
is this kind of story mode, but it's rather scattered.
Yeah.
Well, except for the current ongoing event, which is a collab with Pirates of the Caribbean. I will, however, give a bit of a warning without giving any spoilers and say the second tall tale in the Pirates' Life, the current Pirates of the Caribbean event, it's extremely buggy, like almost broken level buggy. I played it. Played both first and second tall tales. Actually, I played it with the second tall tale with Cougarmint, Ricto, and of course Bella of the Pyromancers. Bella is good friend of
He's
many
cool.
others.
He's
But yeah,
very,
I played it. I was
yeah,
playing the the second tall tale last night. It took us like 5 hours because it bugged.
Ugh.
Did they?
And we had to, and we
were.
tried to do one of the Easter eggs, and we ended up losing one of the items we were trying to bring with us. So, and someone, a galleon had either despawned or been sunk. So, one of us actually had to go back to it to bring it back to try and retrieve the item, but we ended up giving up.
I'm doing
Did
alright
they-
Yeah,
with board, and yeah, Magnus, I'm hoping to next Sea of Thieves stream I do. I'm hoping to do the Pirate's Life stuff.
That's why I actually was giving the forewarning now, because
Yeah, like,
the second tall tale is currently buggy. Like it
Yeah,
can,
like-
if it breaks, you can't progress. I mean, you have to leave the server and then join a new server to restart it.
To ask, like, did they deploy a patch for that yet?
Not yet.
There we go.
Yes, Psycho, I'll keep you in mind. Don't worry.
But no, they haven't patched it yet, I'm afraid.
Oh, there's.
It is very fun though. I'd recommend, if you are going to do any of the Easter eggs, at the very least do the first one on the first tall tale, because you will not regret it. I'm not spoiling it whatsoever, but all I can say is you won't regret it, and you will absolutely love the Easter egg.
I'll
Comparison.
keep that in mind.
Which Easter
There's-
egg was harder to? Which Easter egg is harder to do? The Pirate's Life Easter egg, or the Moon Easter egg in Black Ops 3?
Moon, Black Ops 3, definitely.
Do this. Do this.
Without going into detail, the Pirate's Life one is more of just a kind of it's pretty easy to do, pretty straightforward, especially if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Thinking about Easter eggs, I don't know why that just brings me back to the Legend of Zelda one, the
But-
Ocarina of Time one.
Yeah, if you want details on the Moon Easter egg, I'm not gonna spoil it, but a lot of it, I mean, I agree with Ricto, it's kind of a bad Easter egg, Moon in Black Ops 3, and actually in the original Black Ops, because it's based on RNG, that one.
I mean, I've seen the Easter egg.
And
I know what it does.
requires you to get multiple different weapons that are only available from the mystery box.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them is very hard, like... Okay, I think you need the Gersh devices, one of them is the wave gun.
Yep.
And you need something else. You need like 3 separate weapons. 2 of them are throwables that appear in the secondary throwable slot. So you need to have multiple people to do it, or you have to just have extremely good luck on your rolls.
Yeah.
And you also have to have, like, there'll also be a certain thing, like, that happens at the end or beginning of a certain round. And the
do
round that
appreciate
happens is randomized.
Thank you, Eddie the Raven, for the host. And guest show, yeah, I could have sworn I saved both of the reworked Fiametta themes that you did for me. I think I. Yeah, I did. I downloaded them before you removed them from our chat, from our messages on Discord for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah.
He might have cleaned them up. He actually sent me a copy of like the one that I put up on YouTube, the Looking Out for Me.
Yeah.
Apparently he sent me a copy that was in much better quality than the one that was uploaded. So, like, he's got the original. So if he cleans it up, more power to him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It always seems like whenever something new is released, it's always going to have bugs. It seems to be inevitability, you know?
Yeah, but this is like... The ones for the second tall tale that released, honestly, I can definitely see this. Bring someone along who knows what they're doing, at the very least, to help, if only to help you navigate. But it is, honestly, I'm not spoiling it, but it is very fun. I mean, all I can say is, all I can say without spoiling is, at some point in the tall tale, you'll finally get a closer look at something that has been in the game in Sea of Thieves itself for the longest time.
Interesting.
You'll get a full look at it for once. I'm not spoiling anything other than that. And chat, if you know what I'm talking about, please don't spoil it. It's a surprise.
I will proceed to spoil the Moon Easter egg, though, for Black Ops 3, and that is Delirious's Gmod save blows up. Any knowledge of Black Ops 3 Easter eggs and stuff, I got it from Vanoss. There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, that honestly, the moon Easter egg is from Black Ops 1. They just ported it to Black Ops 3 because you know,
Hey
it's part of the
Foxy,
pack.
hey Foxy, and happy birthday to your mom.
Mm-hmm.
What is this from Rumble Roses? Random thought came to my mind. Someone here was talking about if Salmon had a pony OC, which I doubt he does. But let's say someone did make a pony OC for him. I wonder what his cutie mark would be.
A fish, maybe?
Maybe.
Alright, we got a question here from Azure Lockhart. What is your favorite Keyblade? Mine is the Shooting Star Keyblade since I use a lot of magic.
Mine's the one I use to get into my house because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts.
I've not had the privilege of playing Kingdom Hearts myself, and you know, for obvious reasons, but both the price and where it's being sold, I don't really feel that is an option.
I've not played Kingdom Hearts, but I vaguely remember back in my early DeviantArt days, someone actually designed some Homestar Runner styled Keyblades, and I remember the Strong Bad one being like, "Oh, I need that thing," but I'd have to go look for it. It was like years ago. Crazy, but other than that, never really played the game.
With DA's new layout, good luck trying to find it.
Oh, hello. It seems another might want in.
Who that?
Would that be?
It is.
Is it the liver?
I do believe it is a particular doctor.
Oh,
You mean this one?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Hello, my dear doctor. How are you doing?
Still compressing after my enraged
Oh yeah,
state
after
from last night.
Oh god, that was an utter pain in the ass.
I'm sure Stormy gave you the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah. I didn't spoil anything, but I did give like
to say the first time we were going through it, it seemed fine because at first we saw a brick. Okay, so the difference between the rest of the Tall Tales and this one is it follows the original Sea of Thieves formula, meaning it doesn't have any instancing, so players can still come over and fuck your shit up. Yeah.
Yeah, by the time we resurfaced, by the time we finally had finished the Tall Tale.
I'm saving that. To put it bluntly, our first attempt doing it right after the first Tall Tale with another friend of ours last night, we decided, screw it, we might as well take our chances and go with this one. So we did. I noticed a brig was over there, but by the time we got there, it was gone.
Yeah, probably despawned.
I'm thinking like, okay, either one, they despawned, or two, they just got done with the Tall Tale and High Tail out here.
Equal likeliness.
So then we go under, and then everything's going fine until we solve like a certain amount of puzzles, and then we get to an area where we're supposed to hit like a button or whatever in order to progress further, but it's not working. We tried everything and it wasn't working, and then a solution was looked up online saying like, yeah, just log in and log back out.
Yeah,
pretty much. That's the point I came in, I think.
Yeah.
So then, but then I drove up a thought, let me host it because no one's going to be awake and doing it because I'm on the East Coast by now. Everyone's asleep. So we'll have little to no disturbance, and it worked.
Yeah, we got through the entire thing fine.
Well,
mostly. We were successfully, except for the one Easter egg that.
So
bugged,
the thing,
but, yeah.
so the part that we were stuck on, it worked this time. We were able to continue on just fine. We're going through, and then okay. You know how when game designers really piss me off whenever they put a collectible or an optional thing that contributes to an optional objective that you're trying to get, but they put it out of sight, and the only way that you can see it for the first time is if you pass it and you go past the point of no return that you can't get it anymore.
Oh.
I fucking hate that about game design.
Like an optional collectible, or
in this case, one of the journals that we were trying to get.
Yeah.
Not saying which, because that's no.
Oh yeah, that is a big spoiler. We can't spoil that for you.
But
All I
you
will
also
say
mentioned
is-
that, like, you meant. Oh.
All I will say is, I was right.
Oh,
What?
you was
So-
definitely right. We can't spoil it for you, Shads. We're remaining mum on that particular part of this.
Yeah. One thing I want to point out, though,
so
you said that.
Speaking in non-spoiler talk, is it true that a certain bad pirate is allying with another bad pirate that we were talking about?
A certain squid face individual, particularly with a certain infamous pirate.
Oh God.
We
as
didn't
far
get
as
that
I can
far.
tell, no, because we have not gotten that far.
Yeah, we haven't gotten as far to find out if that's true or not yet, but the other part of the Easter egg that we were going for was like, you know, in certain tall tales you have to pick up items and transport them.
Yeah.
We
got
found
one.
the second item for the second part of that Easter egg, and we got the certain part with it, but like
We ran into like a mini boss fight.
yeah,
and
we ran into a
then
mini boss fight.
That was
3 of us
unbearable.
died.
We had nothing to do. We had nothing to use.
Okay. Ah, Sonic Devil, why?
And I'm looking respectfully.
He just gifted me Command and Conquer Remaster Collection and It Takes Two.
I have the Command & Conquer collection. That's pretty decent.
I've never played Command and Conquer in my fucking life, so...
Right now, they're talking about the one for Sea of Thieves.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's the
and,
update we're talking
I
about right
can't-
now, actually.
Well, I can't give an opinion. I don't have the game, so I'm not sure why they're asking me.
I don't.
Unless that was directed at Ricto and they put an I, or they put an A where the I was, because it looks like they might have been thinking of saying it to Ricto.
Hey, and
Now
I
that
just
I'm
checked.
reading it.
I just checked. Somebody donated $27 to the GoFundMe.
Unless I'm mistaken, that was also Sonic Devil, and for some reason my fucking internet is being weird again.
Odd.
One
yeah,
thing I wanted to ask you right quick, Ricto. You said that to do the mission, you couldn't get your own separate instance. You had to like do it in public servers.
Yes.
So wouldn't you run the risk of somebody actually grabbing the quest item and making it impossible for you to be able to grab it?
Sadly, yes.
Yes.
And there's
This-
more than enough of them to fucking do that to you.
Yeah,
because
Sonic Devil
Yeah.
gifting... Oh! Wreck!
What? What'd I do? What?
Motherfucker, $25? Really?
Yeah?
Thank
Sha-
you.
Sh- Shad, I'm only going to say this. Remember when you and your fans came through with me for my car?
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
If I got the chance to help you, I'm gonna take it.
That's a good man right there. That's a good man.
Don't deserve it from either you or Sonic, but thank you.
Bullshit. After what you did for me, it's the least I can do.
We're sitting at a little over $2,300 now for this.
Oh wow.
What?
I'm looking at something on Twitter, and then this showed up on my timeline in a muted voice channel.
Oof.
What the hell?
I do remember these. Oh my god.
Oh, right in the face.
God damn it, what the fuck happened to Cartoon Network? And Nickelodeon, for that matter.
Allow me to fetch the image.
Shit happened. Let's just leave it at that.
No, sensitivity happened.
No, I don't even think it was that.
Like, do you want to know what I hate about society nowadays? People are too fucking sensitive nowadays.
Thank you.
You know what's funny is that
Like, I get that there's, we have to think of the children at some points, but we can't just let that be our primary mindset going forward, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Also-
that's what Adult Swim was supposed to combat.
Yeah. And now allow me to provide the evidence. That was then. This is now. And apparently doesn't want to load the preview. All right.
I'm gonna click on that, and it's going to depress me. Yeah,
Well,
that's fucking depressing. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll just use this. There you go.
To
I've
be
seen that
fair,
picture.
considering how
Let's not have any spoilers in the chat, please.
considering how empty that fucking theater is as opposed to the top one, yeah, you damn right they fucked up big time.
Let me explain something to you. Like, if you look on a monthly basis at the scheduled lineup for Cartoon Network, it's literally Teen Titans Go. It's literally the Teen Titans Go channel at this point.
Pretty much.
And then,
Well,
yeah,
I think I found the image you're talking about, Kiro.
and then to make
Hello,
matters
Gaming
worse,
Len. Good to see you.
to make matters worse, even though it's not a kids network, if you look at MTV's schedule, they literally the ridiculousness channel now.
There you go. There you go.
By the way, I'm not complaining. I love
Pretty
ridiculousness.
much it.
There you
That's
go.
pretty much it.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm
Kiro.
gonna have to ask the chat if you do know anything about the Tall Tales. Please, no spoilers.
Yeah, 'cause
Looking at you
I'm
there,
going to
Magnus.
experience it for myself, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for those of us who haven't actually played the Tall Tales yet. Yeah.
Gay space routes.
In fact, it's with. In fact, we're also still within the first week of release, so spoiler etiquette also still applies.
Yep.
Wait,
So yeah,
Claudia
that's
says that
it's
you told
spoiling
us-
it. Like even like online spoiler etiquette still applies. Let alone not just asking for spoilers. You shouldn't be spoiling things in the first place until at least a week's passed. Even
Yep.
Also, hey
even
there,
without us
Shadow.
asking it. It's very bad manners to actually spoil within the first week.
Yep.
Mhm.
And
Hey there, Shadow On. Good to see you.
Hello.
speaking of Cartoon Network in the fields, y'all are probably gonna be. This is gonna be a low blow to all of you.
Why?
Why?
Let's wind the clocks back
Uh-oh.
to a realm of sorts.
Blake,
A
what are you
place
doing?
back where cartoons and other characters alike
Would
would just live with each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Sea and City.
Uh,
Cartoon Network City.
God, they really should have fucking just made a game like that, you know?
I remember
did.
the time
You
before
did.
the.
I know.
I remember when they
I
first
know it's
implemented
cliche,
those.
but Richter, right in the childhood.
I know, dude.
Remember one time Cartoons actually invaded Nickelodeon to promote their shit?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hang
man.
on. What is this from Alex Run? Shadow, trust me, if I had any spare money to donate to you, I would, but where we live is very expensive and we don't have much spare cash. I'm sorry. Please don't apologize. Again, I keep saying this. Even in a situation like this, donations are appreciated and welcomed, but never do I expect them. So, please, put yourself first before this. Like, take care of yourself first. So, you know.
Cartoon Network City, god damn it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
the worst part about this, Ricto, is this is the first time I'm actually seeing this.
Oh.
What, the Sea and City bumpers?
Yeah. Dude, I
Oh.
never got to experience this shit. When the hell was this happening? Because we didn't have a Cartoon Network channel here for a long
Most
time.
likely,
Mid 2000s, really.
yeah, mid 2000s,
yeah.
like 2005 to like early 2010s.
Dude, they even
Okay,
aired
then
these
that
bumpers-
explains.
They even aired these bumpers in Cartoon Network Latin America. Are you kidding me?
Caro, you need to understand is that Canada has its own equivalent to the fucking Cartoon Network. It's called Teletoon.
Oh yeah.
And unfortunately,
I remember that.
they had some really good bumpers when they first started out, and then they started screwing it up. Now all of their regular bumpers are actually rather annoying.
I actually think
Also,
I-
hang on, what is
Yeah.
this? 10 bits from Radio Hack Crunch. Yes! I know that commercial. Can't remember if I saw it before, but hot damn, what a bold move from 90s Cartoon Network. And
I believe,
since I keep noticing this one from Spirit Wolf, I'm sorry I haven't gotten to it. What is the best game you guys have played in live? And asking to all of us. For me, that would probably be the Sly Cooper trilogy, or Ratchet and Clank.
Best game I've ever played? Jeez, that is a. You know what? I'm gonna hit you right in the childhood again, Sheds, and I'm gonna say the Gex games.
Ah, motherfucker!
This is like a freaking
man.
raver at Gary Busey's house.
Why don't they bring those games to Steam or any other console for that
That should be
matter?
good.
Why
They
don't
need to
remaster them?
remaster them. They really
They
do. I mean,
They make Gex jokes so much
Gex
on
2
Stop the
especially.
Videos.
Like literally, the first one I ever played was Gex Enter the Gecko for the Nintendo 64. That's the first
my
one.
first one was the PS1 version of Deep Cover Gecko.
Which was the
But
one
then I
that had
got Enter the Gecko as well.
which was the one that had Gex on the cover doing the Stone Cold? Like even wearing the vest? Do you remember which one was that?
That was Deep Cover, I think.
Cool.
I did also play a little bit of Gex 3, but again, that was the Nintendo 64 version, so...
The
Not
PS1
too
version was slightly different.
There wasn't too much of a difference. The only real difference is that the N64 couldn't produce the FMV video cutscenes that the PlayStation could get away with.
Yeah, so they kind of had like the intro itself on the N64 was like actually an in-game intro where he's actually already in the game.
Yeah,
Actually at the in-game console where you spawn.
Playing a Gex
pretty
game
much.
playing a Gex game on the Game Boy Color, but
I should
Probably
know,
might have been
more than the
I
original.
also played Gex Enter the Gecko on the Game Boy.
for me, my
Not
favorite
so good.
game of all, my favorite game of all time for me. I have to actually think about this because I played Mega Man. I grew up on the Mega Man games and all that stuff, and even though I like those, there was always this one game that stood out to me. It was literally like, I want to say,
A fucking Rachel with 10 bits. Or Shadow said in his Q&A, "Ooh, shit moosh." Yes, I happen to speak fluent Vaginese. What gave you off? Hamu!
Yeah, so like,
I'm smart on this person. I'm the best sound.
yeah, so I gotta say, like, the game that I think in my personal is my favorite of all time because it was just so out there. It was crazy. A little known Wii title made by the people at Platinum Games called Mad World.
Ah,
I
yes.
think I've heard of that one.
It's the dude Jack Kamen, the dude with the fucking chainsaw arm. And it's all like in Sin
Lord.
City style. It's all black, white, and red.
Didn't played it.
It really
And,
has been 10 years, hasn't it?
It is very hard to frickin' come to a decision because I've had several generations of fucking consoles under my belt, so it's really hard to say which one is my absolute favorite.
Yeah. Like, I like the game. Also, they had live commentary from John DiMaggio, the guy who does the voice for Bender, and Greg Proops from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Damn.
They are riffing off on each other, and it's so hilarious. It's like I remember one of my favorite lines is like John DiMaggio, "That makes them pretty much sitting ducks for anything you want to do to them." And Greg Proops comes out and like, "Can you write hobo chode on their head with lipstick?" Like John DiMaggio goes like, "Well, you could, but you wouldn't win deathmatch." Like, I love like banter those two guys have throughout that entire
Like
game. It's so good.
I am ashamed to admit I've never played Mad World, but if they brought it to any other console, like maybe say on the Switch or maybe on the PC, haven't read the Epic Games Store, I would play it. You know.
I
I want
would
some
love-
rack on her, though. Ah, true that.
I would love a
That's all I
Mad World
remember from Mad
remaster.
World.
Like, okay, Platinum Games right now is self-publishing their games, which is how they got the Wonderful 101 remastered. So I would give anything for a Mad World remaster on the Switch. Like, it would work.
And also,
Oh
thank
my
you,
God.
Gestro, for another $8. I really appreciate it, dude. Holy shit!
Let's
Are we
see.
actually going to reach the fucking halfway point this quickly?
You
Possibly.
just might.
I swear to God, you people are insane, but I love each and every one of you.
And
I
we
mean-
love you too, Shad.
To answer the question, what was probably one of my favorite games or the best games that I've ever played in life? It's gonna have to make me kind of rewind the clocks all the way back to my childhood. And I'm going to say, because this was like the ultimate fantasy for me because of my favorite animated movie at the time, and it's still one of my most cherished animated series, like 3D animated series of all time. It would be the Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear platforming game.
Oh, the Toy Story
Remember that?
game.
I have a PlayStation 1 demo
Oh,
disc that
I
actually
love
has that.
that.
Rico?
I love that
Rico,
game.
I'm gonna say,
Yes.
Amaniculture.
Yeah. I think I still have
Oh, you know, my least favorite part of that game is the Andy's neighborhood level, where you have to get the soldiers by stomping the molehill. That one guy, that
you had
one
to get all
soldier
the
by stomping
soldiers
the
in the
damn
bucket.
molehill. No, you have to get all the soldiers because like all the levels had a 5 collectible, like 5 lost characters or whatever. Like the
5
first
lost
level, like
toys.
Andy's house, yeah, 5 lost toys.
Breathe.
And like the first level was like you had to collect like 5 Bo Peep's missing sheep. The second one was you had to find 5 soldiers for Sarge, or whatever his other commander, what his name was. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
Sarge.
yeah, the first one was was on the lawn to Andy's house, and he was in the molehill. But you had to stomp him on the molehill quickly enough, like a game of whack-a-mole. But the biggest problem was the fact that there was that lawnmower constantly moving around on the lawn.
the invincible lawnmower.
Yeah. Even though you could target it in first person, you still couldn't turn the damn thing off.
One of my biggest pet peeves in games and back then was like there was always that one level with the indestructible enemy, and you could more often than
and it
not,
was like mocking you.
Yeah, it was more of an environmental hazard, that thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I have it right here. I still have the disc after all these damn years.
I think I still have it myself, but I have the PC version. I don't know where it went.
I'm turning on my camera for this.
Just what
Yeah, but seriously, here it is.
Oh, I love that box art.
Hello, Turkish.
Oh, the Turkman. Hello, Turkman.
Yeah.
Oh,
here's the disc
again,
after all these damn years.
Again, if I may say,
shit.
Amanda Culture.
Yeah. Ah, screw it, I'm going through all these.
Damn.
I've got a few PS1 games lying around here too. Oh, you know what? I can't say this is my absolute favorite.
And apparently,
but it definitely
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Apparently, I'm not the only one, Ricto. 10 bits from Rachel Hackwrench. Toy Story on the PlayStation. Excuse me. Toy Story 2 on the PlayStation. Dude, Ricto is now my recommended doctor for nostalgia prescriptions. High five. Also, hashtag Super Slime Hell.
Oh, you mean the... Oh, don't tell me you mean Slime Time. That thing was so annoying.
Like,
I mean, it had an awesome boss music, but
I'm
that boss
sorry.
was
You
so
know
annoying.
what I might have brought this up before, but you know what the weird thing is? Because I played that game as well, Toy Story 2, but I played it on the Nintendo 64. You want to know what the weird thing is? On the Nintendo 64 version, they swapped the themes for Slime Time and the Airplane Boss. They swapped them on the N64 version.
It just doesn't sound right, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of natural because there are other games that kind of suffered that fate. Because, for instance, Shadow Man on the N64, the theme for the playrooms and the asylum, they were cut out because of space.
Yeah, that's happened. Actually, if we're talking about old games, I kind of want to do a little throwback of my own. If we're gonna go even farther back, maybe it's not that far back, depending if we're basing ourselves on Toy Story 2 or whatever. Let me take y'all back to 1998. To a game that I don't think a lot of people really played, but it was my first introduction to PC gaming. Way back in 1998. I saw it at an old KB Toy store. Which I don't know if anyone remembers what KB Toys is. That's how old I am.
I don't.
Ian, I've never heard of it.
KB Toys was like not Toys R Us. Like literally, if you go in the mall, KB Toys was literally the stores in the mall that like had all the toys. Right? Like if you think of like that big toy store from Home Alone 2.
Yeah, I get it.
In the mall. But I saw it there once, and I told my parents I bought it.
Excuse me.
This was my introduction to PC game. A little title called Atomic Bomberman. Yeah.
Atomic Bomberman.
Yep.
Never heard of it.
I heard of the Bomberman franchise, but never that one.
That one is a loss to time. It was made by Interplay in Hudson. The reason
Interplay, the creators of Fallout Interplay?
I believe so, yes, actually. The thing about the game, though, that makes it so unique is that it doesn't follow the current way Bomberman is. Like, it went so off the walls, it's crazy. For example, the Bombermen in that game are actually robots. And
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's very comic mischief laden, and they're all the Bombermen are voiced by the man who gave us Cow and Chicken.
Charlie Adler?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
And so literally you get the wisecracking, and even sometimes you actually do the Cow and Chicken voices for some of the characters. It's hilarious.
And yes, guest show, it's technically it's a Slender Fortress map, but I mean, yeah.
It could work
some of them are really good.
It could work for an Amnesia map, definitely.
No. Skippy, David Feiss was the creator of Cow and Chicken. Charlie Adler was the voice of Cow and Chicken and the red guy. So a lot of the voices...
practically all the characters in the series.
Yeah, so the voices in that game are eerily similar, and it's like... I love all the voice lines of that game. Every time I hear them, they just make me laugh. And unfortunately, that game was kind of obscure. The game was so kind of obscure that Konami, I don't think acknowledges it, which is kind of sad because that game is freaking hilarious. But I would be amazed. I would be so happy. Right now they brought out that new Super Bomberman R online, and they got all these like they got like these skins. They've got Alucard Bomberman, they got like Fall Guy Bomberman, they got like Solid Snake Bomberman. If they were to bring in their future Battle Pass, if they were to bring in an Atomic Bomberman skin, I would be the happiest man alive. Because Jesus Christ, that game is so unknown, and I wish more people knew about it.
Also, apparently I'm not the only one. 10 bits from Rachel Hackridge again. You want to know what game should be remastered? MDK2. Rather, MDK 1 and 2. Who agrees?
MDK.
MDK, I'm looking it up.
MDK, the only MDK I know is the... MDK,
it was a 1997 third-person shooter game developed by Shiny Entertainment for Microsoft Windows. It was ported to Mac. Shockwave.
Oh, Gestro! Oh my God, we're digging way the fuck back, Gestro. How can you all talk about old video games without me? I would play the hell out of old PC games like Lego Racers.
Wait! You say MDK?
It was this.
MDK2, right?
This is a screenshot from MDK.
There was a remaster, or at least an overhaul. Yeah, there was an HD version. It's on Steam. The reviews are a little mixed, though.
Yeah. The only MDK I know is Nick motherfucking Gage from GCW because his stable's named Murder Death Kill MDK for life. But yeah, oh god, I wish if I could. I'm gonna look up a video of if I can just find a video that's only like the Atomic Bomberman voice lines. Give me a minute.
Yes.
All right, I'm about to bring to the table another handful of classic PC games and from the PC game genre. Who here remembers a series of games from the company 3DO, the Army Men series?
Oh yeah,
I remember.
Hang on, before I ask again. Thank you, Spirit Wolf, for the 2 months. If you're talking first PC, mine was Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction expansion. Now, what were you saying? What series, Ricto?
The Army Men series.
Oh, yes.
Like, Army Men, Army Men 2,
Oh.
and there was another one. The most prominent, and I think the most popular series was the Army Men Sarge's Heroes series.
Sarge's Heroes came before it. I think it was a PlayStation exclusive version where it was Army Men 3D. I remember that one because that one in particular came out like literally just before Sarge's Heroes.
Actually, speaking of other old games, like if we were talking like console specific, then my favorite would definitely have been Gex. But like the best game like I've ever played, like the one that I will still play to this day, and even have. I'm waiting on the fan remaster for, which Electric Star's Pyromancer's voice is in, is Lego Rock Raiders.
Yes.
And of course, the fan remake is named Manic Miners. Don't mistake it from the game of the same name on Steam. You'll want to look on Google if you want to look for it, but it's not finished
Sonic
yet.
Devil again. If anyone remember more in the Sonic Adventure, Lego Island 2, Rayman. Rayman!
Yes, and Lego Island 2.
Oh, motherfucker! Why can we not get anything new with Rayman? It's been so long.
Still surprised Rayman never even made it into Smash yet.
I know we literally have Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends. Why can't we get a new 3D Rayman game? I mean, I think the last one we got was what, the first Rayman Raving Rabbids, and then that's about it.
Because rabbits make money.
I hate. You know what? I don't mind the rabbits. I just find it kind of.
I like the rabbits
they
too.
Rayman.
I like the rabbits too. I have no problem with them. I just don't like how they kind of overshadowed Rayman.
I mean, it's good now that they're on their own thing, or at least working with Mario.
Isn't it though? Because with them doing that, they've completely forgotten about Rayman.
Yeah, but I would rather Rayman be his own thing rather than. Yeah.
Let's see who asked that question.
So anyway, I just linked it and muted. Just open the video, just scroll anywhere just to hear the voice lines that Charlie Adler gave to this glorious game. So good.
Rocket Knight Electric Star voices in a fan-made Lego Rock Raiders remake called Manic Miners. There is a game on Steam also by the name of Manic Miners, but not to be confused with the Rock Raiders remake.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cole. That's another great one.
Yes.
Honestly, I find it hilarious that my first exposure with actually being able to play that game, I had to use an emulator, and the best part was I found a mod that you could actually play as Luigi, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You think maybe
Well, you know
they'll
what's
bring...
funny?
Have they put Super Mario RPG on Nintendo Switch Online yet? Because if they haven't, they
Nope.
should.
Yeah, that's
I don't
console
think they
is-
have. I'm actually surprised they haven't even decided to put it in the fucking SNES collection for the the Nintendo Switch Online membership either.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Also, not exactly my favorite game, but definitely one of my top 3, because not too many know about this game, but it's fucking hilarious and fun as hell. Sam Sheepdog and Ralph Wolf in The Sheep Raider.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah, I remember that game.
Wreck! Ah,
Yes.
Culture. I played
That
that one
game-
religiously on the PlayStation 1. Holy
That
shit,
game-
it was fun.
That game is my crack. For one, it doesn't matter. For one, you're literally in a Looney Tunes cartoon. You're encouraged to use any fucking method to get Ralph Wolf, ironically enough, you're not playing as the sheepdog, to get a sheep and take it to a goal line, where you obviously have the stupid dog waiting for you. The amount of shit that you get to use, on top of that, the factor that you have infinite lives, which means this cartoon doesn't end until you actually beat the level. And the factor that you can get horribly maimed, screw things up, and have yourself practically beaten to a pulp within seconds is quite hilarious. Not to mention Daffy constantly cheering you on, and blowing him up in that game has got to be the funnest thing ever, even if it costs you a full minute of gameplay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
I mean,
do
I
wanna
remember
put this
the
out
reason
here.
I remember it is because wasn't it also on the PlayStation 1? Wasn't it called Looney Tunes Sheep Raider?
That is what it's called, but it also says Sam Sheepdog and Ralph Wolf in Sheep Raider.
Right, right.
I kind of want to put it back to the SNES. Since we're talking about Looney Tunes, there was one particular game, Looney Tunes related, that I loved on the SNES. Bugs Bunny in Rabbit Rampage.
Ah, yes.
I take it that's the one where he's hitting people with pies.
Yep.
As his main attack.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
Funny
basically, the entire premise of the game. You remember the cartoon, A Duck Amuck? Where
Yep.
it's,
Oh yeah.
it's the inverse. The entire game, it's Daffy doing it to
To
Bugs.
Bugs.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, Sheep Raider is also known as Sheepdog and Wolf outside of the US. So it is the same game, yes.
Oh god, Lord bless the Robot Wars, and for some reason I just remembered the PC game Beast Wars Transformers.
That game was on the PlayStation 1 as well, and to be
Yes,
fair...
so, my boy, literally promoting the best robot of the bunch, Chaos 2. Thank you.
Wait a second.
Still prefer
Wait,
the
are we
first
talking about
game.
Robot Wars?
Yes, son.
Chaos 2, the robot. Oh, we're talking about that Robot Wars.
Yes.
No. Chaos 2? Whoa, no love for my boy Kill-A-Lot?
Yes,
What?
yes. Best house robot. Best house robot, absolutely.
Long live Sir Kill-A-Lot.
You just triggered a memory. You just triggered a memory I thought I'd suppressed.
Oh, well then,
I
allow
take
me
it this was a PS2 game.
No, this was I think it was a 64 game, but it didn't have 64 in the title. Clay Fighter 63 and a third.
That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the Robot Arena one.
Allow me,
Your lap.
allow me to say a thing at the opportunity.
Tell him.
Roboteers, stand by.
Oh.
Okay, Recto, you've done it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
3, 2, 1.
Activate.
Activate.
I love Robot Wars!
As do I. Who here remembers when they brought it to the U.S. and they had Mick fucking Foley as like one of the announcers for it? Remember that?
Is that really?
Yes.
They also had the international tournament. Like, at the end of every Robot Wars season, you'd have, like, the whole international tournament. So, like, Robot Wars Germany, Robot Wars America, Robot Wars UK. They'd all, like, the champions of each season, like, for example, like, say, Season 2. The champions of Season 2 from each country would, in the very final episode, they'd battle off in the finals.
You know, it's funny.
To see who was the best out of each, to see, like, internet, not only who was the best champion of the country, but see who's like the best international champion.
It's funny you brought up Mick Foley because it kind of brought me back to the Cartoon Network discussion. You remember Mega's XLR?
Oh
Yes.
Did you know in the pilot Mick Foley actually voiced? I forget the alien's name. Forget the one from the first episode. Forget squid-looking motherfucker. I don't remember.
What the heck was the name of that series? The Gloft or something?
Something like that, yeah. But Mick Foley did the original voice for that character in the pilot. And then
Holy
later
shit.
on they got some other dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Gloft was the name of the species. I can't remember in the
But I can't remember the...
War Master Garath.
Zagoroth?
War Master Garath, yeah.
Yeah.
Mega's XLR needed a proper ending. Oh, yes.
You never
In
got
fact,
a
they were
proper
all
ending?
voiced. Yeah, they were all voiced in the pilot episode by Mick Foley. Then they were voiced by Clancy Brown, Kevin Michael Richardson, and Steve Bloom.
Yep.
Very nice.
Oh, BattleBots, yes! Dude, I love BattleBots.
Man, so much shit from our past. It's nostalgia, you know?
Yeah.
I got nostalgia, but my problem is that some of these fucking games are a lot older than I realized. Some of them might even be older than you.
You know what? I'm gonna throw something out here. Maybe Rack might know it because I think this was like literally only for Canadian television.
My literal first exposure to like PC games was actually a fighting game, and it was called One Must Fall 2097. That game was made in '94.
I'm talking about TV though. I'm talking about TV though.
Okay.
Heavy Gear.
Oh
No.
my god, I know that one.
Oh, I missed that show.
Yeah, that was about like guys fighting in robot mechs and
Yeah,
kind
fighting
of
in
tournament
robot
system.
mechs, and like they're like giant like bipedal mechs that you think would be out in a war, but instead they're fighting in arenas. I think it was the Northern Vanguard of Justice versus the Southern Shadow Dragons.
It was because the main protagonists were the Shadow Dragons, and they kind of got the Vanguard like to call
I
them
just remembered.
snakes
The main
of
announcer,
insult.
the main announcer of that show, Bob Boom Boom Maddox, was Jerry the King Lawler. I just remembered that. I didn't know that at the time because I was watching the show in Spanish, but like even the guy in Spanish kind of sounded like Jerry the King Lawler. It was weird, but like, yeah, Jerry the King Lawler did the voice, and I'm like, I tried to get into the heavy gear.
Guess show.
series
I
because
love
of-
you for remembering Spore. Oh yes.
Oh,
The only thing I remember from Spore is that one song that almost a lot of Gmodders used in their videos. You know, the one that was like... It was like Spore Galactic Adventures or whatever it was.
Oh, actually, before we end up forgetting, Richter, maybe we should finish that little bit of a story of ours.
Oh yes. So we're on like a part where we have to like go through, I wouldn't say a gauntlet of enemies, but more of the enemies kept on spawning, and we thought it was like an endurance thing where you have to just fight through it. And we end up wasting all of our cannons, and then a mini boss showed up.
Oof.
And we were only left to defend ourselves with just our guns. We eventually took it down, and then Bella was the last one on.
Yeah, because that's the part where the three of us died except Bella, and
so it spawned us in a different area, in a location different from her.
like in the next
She was
checkpoint,
carrying
basically.
the objective, but then she glitched out because, like, you know how sometimes you like get stuck and then it just transports you to like your ship.
because interpolation.
It happened to her, and then we
She
lost.
lost.
The chat.
We lost the bonus objective chest thing, so we couldn't complete the Easter egg.
So then Molly decided, "Fuck it, I'm returning to the ship so see if I can make my way through the back entrance and get it." No, it turns out that the ship despawned and ended up.
Or
on
it
an
had been it had been despawned or been sunk. We weren't sure which. She makes her way like she just takes the entire galleon, just like pilots the entire thing herself, sails all the way back to where the stop point for the tall tale. We're just sitting there for like maybe like an hour, just kind of sitting around, just kind of shooting the shit because we can't go anywhere without her.
Guest show is just Link the song. I think that Richter was talking about.
Also, Nora, how are you just gonna drop Earthworm Jim like that?
But then next thing we know, we fail to get the chest back, so we end up being like, okay, fuck it. Once they finally fix the quest, we'll finally come back and do it again. you know, finally get this Easter egg out of the way when the quest is fixed, and finally get everything we missed, you know, on a second run when they fix the bugs. But when we complete the quest, we're returning to the ship, but by the time we get back to our galleon, there's just a single dinky looking default Dan sloop just sitting there that's attacked our ship. All three of our masts are down, probably taken down with chain shot. The ship is on fire. There's a couple of holes in the hull. Luckily only above deck, you know, only like middle deck, so none actually on the lowest deck yet. Probably due to the fire damage. The entire ship's on fire. Some holes start spawning in the you know, due to the fire damage on the lowest deck. We get back on board, start repairing the ship. We ended up running out of wood, but the thing is, we decided, okay, if this sloop is still there by the time the ship's repaired, we're sinking this thing. Even though there was no players on board, we're like, okay, there's 4 of us, and this is only a sloop. The maximum you can have on a sloop is 2 players. Like, if there are any players on that sloop, we are killing them for what they have done to our ship, completely unprovoked.
Understandable.
Turns out they weren't there, and they were doing the tall tale as well.
Yeah, but by the time we left, it was like, we think that what happened was it caused an audio bug while they were doing the tall tale, so we kept hearing explosions.
We kept hearing this like exploding rumble, like rumbling boom, like constantly on the way back to the on the way back to the outpost. And to quote Tierra Grace, I'm like, this thing is gonna give me audio syphilis.
Yeah, it was so annoying. It's like, oh, you know, by the time we got back to the outpost, it was like, okay, fuck it. We're at the outpost. We've collected some loot on the way back. While we were, you know, because we're collecting supplies for repairs, so we could just get out of there. Because we stopped by off at the nearest island just to scav for supplies, because we'd completely run out of wood and still needed repairs on the way back. We ended up finding some treasure on the way on that island, just bringing it with us. I was like, okay, fuck it. We're getting to the nearest outpost. We are signing off for the night. But all the whole way there, it's just this boom.
Yeah, just boom.
Just constantly. It's like I was like, at first I was like, okay, this is gonna start getting on my wick really quite fast. That's what I say. It's like,
then at the moment I say that, again.
And then I'm like, okay, no, actually, never mind. This is real. This is actually already getting on my wick quite badly.
Oof.
Ugh.
Okay, so real talk, Bluff, Lord of Bluff, I can't believe you would bring up Earthworm Jim that casually, because I'm mad at Earthworm. Not at Earthworm Jim. I'm mad because he's getting a new game, right? But it's going to be he's getting a new game, but it's going to be exclusive to a console that I'm pretty sure no one's going to buy.
What?
PS5.
The Intellivision Amico.
Ooh,
what?
yeah,
Fucking
no.
Tommy Tallarico locked down Earthworm Jim to the Intellivision Amico. No one's gonna buy that thing. That thing is literally a relic because it doesn't have online play.
I honestly think
it's meant for couch play. It's literally it's bad.
What the fuck?
Oof.
Oh my goodness.
How?
Sorry, I'm looking at my
wanna-
computer discs and I found a fossil.
Hmm?
Gentlemen? Who here remembers Circuit City?
Oh God.
Oh my.
Dude. Circuit City was like my how do I put
City
this?
Advantage Protection Plan Games CD.
This is a relic. I hate
What
to say
the
it, but
fuck
this
is on that? Is that an actual game
I
disc or is that a
don't
compilation?
know. It's been ages since I put this in.
It might not even work anymore at this
Yeah.
Yeah,
point.
that's the thing. I may need a virtual machine to run it.
You
Or
might,
DOS
yeah.
Yeah, but like Circuit City was like where you go when you couldn't go to Best Buy.
Yeah, that's the thing. Best
Yeah.
Buy toppled them.
Yeah. But like Circuit I loved walking around Circuit City. That was always like my thing, you know, like I remember
That's
like
where
I don't even think we had circuits. I don't think we had Best Buy in the town I was living in at the time. I think we got Best Buy a couple of years later, but at that point we had Circuit City. So it's like, hell yeah, let's go to Circuit City.
Oh, I found another one.
Eh?
Do you know what racing game deserves a remaster now?
A lot of them.
What?
And
Road
not not using any of their shitty IPs today.
Okay.
Using the classic ones that were in this masterpiece of a racer.
What was it? Wait, what is
The
that?
OG Nicktoons Racing.
Oh my word.
Oh my
Holy
God.
shit.
Hello, welcome to Nostalgia Night.
Exactly how exactly how much of my childhood are you gonna fucking dig up? Granted, I never played Nicktoons Racing, but
Oh, I don't know. Let me dig even deeper. We need to go deeper.
We need to go deeper down the rabbit hole. One Matrix.
Oh,
Matrix.
here's another one.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh. Y'all remember the time before Apple gained its regime whenever you had to get iTunes on a fucking disc?
oh,
Oof.
Jesus.
Yikes. Just yikes. Dude, like, on a disc? I can't even imagine that thing worked considering the way iTunes doesn't work now.
Lord Bloth said it best. Ricto, you madman.
This
Oh,
man
we're-
is insane.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
As it always is.
Gentlemen, I give you
Oh,
Roller Coaster
damn it.
Tycoon free gold.
Oh my word.
God.
I haven't seen one of those fucking discs in years. Holy
God,
I haven't,
shit.
I haven't
Fucking
even seen
get
any Roller Coaster Tycoon discs in years, let alone the third game.
You know, it's weird too, Ricto, because I have a case for a game that I used to have years ago, but I can't seem to find the disc. Does anybody remember a roller coaster simulation game called Ultimate Ride?
Can't say I do.
Damn
Damn
it.
it.
It's something I'm familiar with.
It's kind of an obscure title. Basically, you create an entire roller coaster in 3D, and then you can actually ride it. It's basically the equivalent would be the roller coaster creator thing that they have on the Nintendo 3DS right now. That's about the only equivalent that you could go with.
Rack, I don't want to interrupt you, but hey, the GameSalmon's in the chat.
Hey, what?
What? Oh, hey!
Oh, hello, hi, hello,
Hi,
hi,
Salmon. How you
Salmon.
doing?
I didn't. I'm never ready for it. I'm never ready for it. I didn't expect he'd show up, but hello, sir. Yes, his comment says it best. As an old person, I appreciate these throwbacks.
Okay. Here's a weird story. I've been a Nintendo guy all my life. Never really deviated outside the Nintendo brand of consoles, but for whatever reason, I had an aunt, like literally the year before I moved, or not even the year, well, the same year, like within like maybe a month or so, because it was my birthday. My aunt knew I was into video games and bought me a present. The problem was, he didn't know what console I had. I don't think she understood the concept of consoles. So she gifted me a game, and I had it sealed for the longest time. I ended up giving it away, but it's a game called Battle Tanks Global Assault.
I believe I vaguely recall that game.
It was a game where you're driving a tank across the world because some disease has wiped out like literally the entire female population. So literally, governments are like sending tanks to round up any of the female survivors. So,
I feel a bit slighted for some reason.
Oh.
So literally, it was like you had to drive a tank around. You would fight other tanks in like on these 3D maps, like whatever. In like I don't know how to describe the style. It might be like a third-person style, I guess. And you literally had to like shoot down the other tanks. You drive around picking up power-ups. I guess it's very Twisted Metal-esque, if I had to put it like that.
Oh, fuck. I remember playing this, like, on my dad's old Windows 95 computer.
Uh-oh.
What did you dig up, Ricto?
I just looked at... Because I remember a game that... It was like a tank game, like Kira was describing, only it was in the style of, like, green and black wireframe. And I found it. It's this.
Was it
Oh, damn.
Darwinia? Or...
A lot of people say it... or it says it's either Battlezone or Battle Tank.
Yeah, well, the one I was talking about had an X instead of a K, so...
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what this is. One of my friends had it on their own PC when I was really young.
I'm trying to remember, when my parents bought that old compact Presario back in 97, I think it was, 96, 97, it came with a game that I would play the crap out of, and I could not remember for the life of me what it was. It had spaceships, and like you're flying, that doesn't narrow it down, but I'm trying to remember. trying to remember.
Really doesn't.
Who remembers Perfect Dark? Oh man.
Oh, hell
yeah.
boy. Me and my cousins would play the shit out of that game, even though we didn't have the expansion pack. We would still hit the multiplayer.
Aren't they
Like,
making like a new Perfect Dark game? I could have sworn I missed that.
I think they did mention
did
something at E3.
They did make a Perfect Dark Zero for Xbox 360, but that was a
Oh,
prequel
God.
to the first one,
Yeah,
and
that was
it. Yeah, it kind of
No. I mean,
the best.
didn't they like announce like they're making a new Perfect Dark recently, or?
Yeah, I think they said something about it, but I don't think they went into detail into it. But they think it did get a passing mention at E3.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
The irony is the first game is actually set in 2 years' time.
Oh God. So when can we expect the Foundation of Data dying?
Probably next year because it's set in
Maybe.
2023.
Mr. Carrington. Oh, dude, I vividly remember the story mode for that game. Oh, dude, like it feels like you're just playing a regular GoldenEye clone, and then like near the end they introduce the Skedar, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Oh, and hang on, what was this one? Where was it? There was somebody here.
Oh,
Lord Bloth. If I had my dad's collection, I would find the original BattleTech and Mech Warrior discs.
I remember there's a particular line from Perfect Dark that I remember. I'm Protector 1, but you can call me Elvis. I love that. Little gray dude called himself Elvis. That was hilarious. Good time.
I have a collection. I have a collection of Atari 2600 games in my closet somewhere.
Jeez.
You know, we're talking about Darwinia and let's sequel Multiwinia. Now, oh god, I remember Darwinia.
Hey. Donkey Kong Country Trilogy.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Any of the three is a gem.
Dude, Diddy's Conquest was my first SNES game, and I beat the crap out of that. Oh
Diddy's
my god.
Conquest? You what?
The full game is Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest.
Huh.
So Donkey Kong Country 2 was my first SNES game, and I loved the hell out of it.
Well, in the meanwhile, as we were going on that nostalgia thing there, I actually managed to get this part of the animation done, so I'm gonna hope it looks good enough.
Can I do
But yes, the
this
picture I posted in VC
three
text, that is the
boxes?
Huntress ship set from Sea of Thieves.
Looks absolutely fabulous.
Psycho, a lot of people think it's Diddy Kong's Quest. It's actually Diddy's Kong Quest, because they're doing a pun on the word conquest.
Huh.
Yeah.
3 boxes. Maybe.
Also, to for much as more Shaz ever played Battletoads, all I can go is.
I mean, my only exposure so far is, unfortunately, the reboot Battletoads, and I think Stormy knows exactly how treacherous an experience that was.
Yeah, that is.
Was it really that bad?
It really is. They
did the Dark Queen dirty, is all I'll say.
Oh yeah, they made it. Oh yeah, they made her look a little bit less like her imposing dominatrix self.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because of
Yeah,
course,
they really dumped it
because
down and
guess
made it look
what?
kind of nerdy.
Because it wasn't PC.
Well then, what the fuck is the excuse for Streets of Rage 4 using Nora? She was a fucking dominatrix, and they let her stay in the game.
Because logic, I don't fucking know, man. I swear.
Well,
It's
there you go.
probably because it's probably because it was a Streets of Rage and she
Can
doesn't
I
actually
do
talk to you in
this
any
with
cutscenes.
3
Ah,
People
fair,
got
yeah,
stuff,
that's
that's
probably.
why.
Maybe.
Well, maybe
Nora
because,
does talk to you in Streets of Rage 4, though.
Yeah, she does.
Well, let me
Yeah.
put it like this. Nora, the Queen in Battletoads, like literally, there were shots literally of her front facing, so literally the cleavage and all that shit was on display. So obviously, you got to tone because that's not PC. But Nora in Streets of Rage 4, it's just walking side to side. There's no close up on her freaking bazongas. So I guess
Not to mention,
Well,
Nora was a one-shot character.
Cutscenes between.
We're doing this again. Vic Games. Anybody remember the PlayStation Underground demo discs? I very much remember that.
I have.
Oh, those are the
two of
ones that
them.
had like a bunch of demos on them, right?
I
I
have.
believe so.
Oh god,
Dude,
remember
I
those.
remember.
I can't
Pizza Hut
remember.
would just. Sorry.
I can't remember what years I have, but I have winter from one year and summer of the year that followed. So
Dude.
there's some pretty decent games on each one.
Sorry. Yeah. Dude, Pizza Hut was just slinging those things every time you'd walk in there. Remember when Pizza Hut had a dine-in area and a buffet?
Oh,
They still do up here.
Yeah, I mean, they're very rare now, but now Pizza Hut is just delivery now everywhere else.
Yeah, we're getting that too. We've got a few restaurants that are still open, but most of them have moved into like small cubicle office-like things, and they put in their ovens.
I hate it.
I kind of don't care at this point, Kiro. No offense. There's a lot of pizza places in town where it's definitely worth the price to have their stuff, but Pizza Huts just don't do it for me.
Dude, I'm glad CC's Pizza hasn't given up on that shit, man. Because if they stop doing buffet, then like
that's another thing I was gonna mention. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, because if CC's Pizza stopped doing buffet, then like, fuck. Because literally the buffet is part of the experience. Like, it's a family experience. You don't just cut out the buffet and just be like, eh.
Yeah. Also, what do we have? A 10-bit from Rachel Hackridge. Perfect Dark. Never figured out how to access the story mode. Plus, speaking of demo discs, who knows the Dreamcast magazine discs?
Ooh.
I never got to play any of the magazine discs, but I did get to play on the Dreamcast console itself.
And
my cousin had a shit ton of those demo discs.
Yeah. And Rachel, the way to if you couldn't access the story mode in Perfect Dark, you needed the expansion pack for that. Yeah. CC's is still good. But there's this weird phenomenon about CC's Pizza. Like, you could eat all the pizza you want and then you'd be really full. And then by some miracle of God, the minute the brownies come into play, you suddenly have room.
Yep.
Like, I swear those things, that's not powdered sugar. I swear those things are coated in crack cocaine. I swear.
Maybe.
Oh, dude. Oh, Domino's did bring back the Noid recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that. I love the Noid. Like, I hate that he ruins pizzas, but I love the Noid.
Come on.
I'm looking through all of my like saved playlists on YouTube of like
no, okay,
old
no,
video
that
game
works.
walkthroughs and
Stay.
soundtracks.
I feel like a lot.
Steve Biz is where it's at, my dudes, says Gestro.
Steve Biz? Never heard of it.
I don't know.
Of course, GoldenEye for the 64. Who could forget that?
Indeed.
Dude, Facility was my jam.
We were just going way the hell back, aren't we?
Oh yeah, GoldenEye 64's facility track. That is like the most iconic track in the game. I actually tried replicating that in an animation one time, where one of my own characters just couldn't get the right feel for it though. I really should redo it properly.
Those gas tankers.
Oh, Nightfire on PC and PS2. Yeah, this game was so different on both those consoles. Followed the same storyline, but the gameplay was so different.
Dude, the GoldenEye reboot on Wii is so good.
Oh, I hope you don't mean GoldenEye Reloaded that has the
No, not Reloaded, not Reloaded. Reloaded was when they ported it to, I think, PS2. Or 3.
No. Reloaded was PS3, and they tried to include PlayStation Move, and it's like, they tried to modernize it and update it for the gameplay, and it's like, by the time I got to the interrogation level, you know, with the scene where 007 is being interrogated by Defense Minister Mishkin.
Yeah.
And they were like, they did the whole thing like, when Natalia interrupts him with the like, stop it! You're like, boys with.
Oh, of all the times for it to go out.
Digital movie, and the thing is, GoldenEye was GoldenEye movie was my first ever GoldenEye.
Yeah, I think that scene is still in the Wii version. Like, the Wii version is the OG, and it did it right. So when they tried to port it to the PS3, they...
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Hello.
It's still up.
Sorry, my internet had a minor hiccup there.
Okay, it's okay.
Anyways, yeah, I just noticed Salmon's comment. Yes, I am doing more of the animation of Pinkie Pie's Cupcake Party, or at least the very first video that you did. So, yeah, sorry for the confusion. And,
Games, how are you gonna bring up Soul Calibur? Oh, come on, I love Soul Calibur too. Oh.
Yeah.
Dude,
Sonic and Shadow fan.
Dude, freaking, I love Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube because Link was playable. Oh, so good. Good times. I think it was I think it was on the GameCube version. You got Link. On the PS2 version, you got Kazuya from Tekken, and then on the
Yeah,
Xbox
it sounds about right.
And on the Xbox version, you got Spawn.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah,
also
I
going back
remember hearing about that.
Going back to what he said, Salmon, I do hope whatever you're editing comes out great, because I know that you do a very good job editing, and I know you said it already, but I'm so bloody sorry again. This animation is taking so long to get done. Oh.
Oh, apparently it was Heihachi, not Kazuya.
Say Hachi? Oh, okay, you're right.
Indeed. I mean, I remember when Soul Calibur had fucking Darth Vader and Yoda in their respective versions?
That was the
4,
360 version.
That was 4.
Yeah,
right?
it was 4.
Yeah.
That was Soul Calibur 4. That made no sense.
What I needed.
Especially considering the factor that you could unlock the other console exclusive characters simply by fucking playing the game.
Yeah.
I thought that was really stupid. You get it. If you pre-ordered it on PlayStation 3, you got Vader by default, and if you got it on Xbox, you got Yoda by default.
Yes, and thank you again for understanding, Sam, and I really hope that you will enjoy this, and 10 bits from Top Ace. Speaking of cupcakes, also gave you enough money to make an even 23... Oh my god.
Nice.
We were literally sitting at $2,350 on this fundraiser now. Good god.
So, yeah, but I think at 5 they stopped doing the exclusive character, right?
I didn't ever actually played 5.
I think they did, yes, because there was only one DLC.
They had
They had one DLC character that was announced, and unfortunately, the only way you could get him was through a pre-order until they finally put him up in the PlayStation Store 2 years after the game was released.
Yeah. Sonic and Shadowfan pointed out, it had Ezio Auditore in 5.
Yeah, but Ezio was there, like available from the start. I'm talking about the other one that they had. I think Ricto might like him because he fucking reminds me of a kind of a vaudeville villain, just because of the factor that the guy's got that huge curly stash. Are you speaking to Labello?
I know who you're talking about. But 6 didn't have any. As far as I know, Soul Calibur 6 didn't have any.
I wouldn't know. I never played 6.
It's actually on sale, I think. Hold on, let me check. Let me actually look at the page. I had it on my wish list.
Hey there, Snowy. Good to see you again.
That, and I'm happy that Spawn made it into MK11 because Soul Calibur 2 shouldn't have been his only, massive appearance in a crossover fighting game. Because unfortunately, I didn't have an Xbox, so.
Okay, I'm looking at the DLC for Soul Calibur 6. They didn't have any at launch, but later on they added 2B from Nier Automata, and I think Haomaru from I think it was Samurai Showdown.
And Top Ace, I appreciate it, but please, again, as I say, donations are appreciated but never expected. Please be sure to save money for yourself. So.
Yeah, they had those. I think they had more, but I can't. I'd have to. Oh, they have the season pass. I can do season passes.
They did have an extra content thing that technically could have counted as an extra character if they'd have programmed him into a Kero in Soul Calibur 5, I just realized.
Well, they have a character creator, and it's actually pretty good, well fleshed out in 6.
Yeah, no, I know, but that's just it. In Soul Calibur 5, they had a move set that was added to the game that did not come with the actual character it belonged to.
And who did that character belong to?
Devil Jin from the Tekken series.
Someone did point that out.
100 bits from Cole. They had Geralt of Rivia, the Witcher, at launch in Soul Calibur 6.
Oh, really? Hold on.
Witcher. Yes, Geralt of Rivia. It's actually pronounced Geralt.
I've played The Witcher too.
Witcher. I listened to that song for the first time on my way back home one trip, and I don't regret. I don't think
they've made Geralt openly. I think it was just a preview. Oh no, he's a guest character. So if you buy the game, he's already unlocked at the start. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. 85% off. Nice. Yep, I'm buying that. I know what I'm buying next week.
Let me see. Let me take a look through my images.
Huang. What a name.
There is a game that pisses me off because, like I said, it was extremely rare when I used to rent it as a small child, like 10, 12 years old. I go to a rental place because my parents gave me permission, and I go rent something for the PlayStation. Well, this disc ended up snapping in half, and I didn't do it. I didn't do it out of frustration. I don't know where this crack came from, but apparently there was a split right down the middle of the disc that I didn't notice, and I took it back. Because this game was so rare, they told my mom that we had to pay $120 to replace it.
Jeez.
Now, take in mind, I'm now 21 years old, the PlayStation 1 is no longer even in production, and I go into an EB Games, or GameStop if you live in the States.
Oh, yeah, I had EB Games down here.
Ooh, EB Games.
Okay, so I go into the back section where the PlayStation 2 games were because the PlayStation 3 had just launched. I can't afford PlayStation 3 games, but I have a 60 gig, so I can still play PlayStation 2 titles on it. So I'm looking through, and something caught my eye. It was an updated disc, but it definitely was the same game. Dragon Ball GT Final Bout.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Dude, every place I went to when I was living in Nicaragua around that time, and every place that was like a makeshift arcade and they had like a bunch of them, everyone was playing that fucking game. Like, I didn't understand it. Like, jeez, like I wasn't.
Dragon Ball GT was one of the worst fighting games they had ever produced.
Yeah, but here's the thing: in Latin America, nobody gives a fuck if it's Dragon Ball. They'll play it and enjoy it, even if it's
I
crap.
know.
Now,
For one, the voice acting is fucking terrible.
Maybe. Come on. Maybe.
2, the gameplay is literally translated from the Japanese Super Batoden fighting games, which are basically 2D fighters.
Mm-hmm.
So a 3D game using 2D fighting game controls. That's basically all you need to know.
fucking God, Twisted Black was so fucking disturbing. But not disturbing, it was weird.
On top of that, you had no save feature, and if you wanted to play, you could unlock other characters from the series. Most of them are just remakes of Goku, but there's the occasional one where it won't be him.
I mean, to be fair, that's literally how it still is. I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball Z Fighters has like 50 Gokus.
Oh
no,
boy,
I know,
Sonic and Channel fan. Who here remembers Twisted Metal?
That depends which ones, because I've played 2, 3, 4, Black, and the remake.
Yo quiero kick your butt. I can't remember. I remember, dude.
The remake sucks, by the way.
The guy who ran that tournament was mental.
Calypso?
Calypso, he was nuts, dude.
Not as nuts as some of the participants.
Yeah, I know, but like, you had a little old lady participating in the tournament, and all she wanted was, she just wanted something. She just wanted to stop watching. Like, I think it was. She said she wanted to stop watching daytime. Like, I think it was. You wanted to stop watching daytime trash TV. Wanted to watch something else or something like that.
No, because I understand Calypso's wish, because that was the first ending I unlocked. See, the lady's wish was for the Twisted Metal tournament to end, so she could go back to watching her TV. In the ending of the game, Calypso asks her, "You want to be able to watch TV all the time? Your wish is granted." And the problem is, she is strapped to the chair with her eyes pried open, and she is watching her favorite show on a loop over and over and over and over and over and over. She can't get up to change the channel, she can't shut it up, and she's screaming and begging for Calypso to turn the fucking TV off.
So it's basically like the ending to A Clockwork Orange.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Calypso's whole shtick is if you're going to make a wish with him, he is going to twist it in a way where you do not get what you want unless he particularly likes you.
Yeah, my favorite one was Sweet Tooth's, because basically Sweet Tooth's whole thing, he's a murderer and shit, he murdered his family and shit, but his daughter got away, right?
Yeah.
And basically his wish was to be with his daughter so he can finish the job. The thing is, he grants that wish, but Calypso actually grants the wish verbatim. The problem is, Sweet Tooth doesn't know that his daughter actually already died.
He ends up buried alive in his daughter's coffin with her.
Buried alive in his daughter's coffin till his death.
Yeah, I remember that from the death battle where it was Sweet Tooth versus whoever else it was.
Joker.
Sweet Tooth versus Joker and that whole thing.
I'm kind of 50-50 on Death Battle anymore. I don't really like them.
No,
I'm 50-50 on them. Sorry, Stormy, I don't mean to interrupt.
No,
but
it's fine.
Basically, my problem with Death Battle right now is when they remake Death Battles they've done before, and I have some evidence to back this up. Sonic and Mario, and Cloud and Link now. I've seen both of these remakes of this Death Battle, and I have a problem with the factor that they changed the outcome simply because now that they have more information. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Yes, honestly, a remake is in order, but honestly, I'm wondering if they're only doing these remakes because they don't like the factor that one character won over the other. And that's kind of what bothers me. Is Screw Attack doing this like a legit thing, or are they just literally doing this and then because of fan backlash, because, oh my god, my favorite character didn't win, when they remake it, they make sure the other character wins and try to back it up as much as they can.
I noticed that seemed to be the case, except there was that one remake they did where the same character won twice.
If you're referencing Goku and Superman. That was obvious.
Yeah,
people are never gonna get over Goku versus Superman.
Well, here's the thing. That is the one thing I'll back Death Battle up on, because the facts kind of weigh out if you think about it.
Oop.
Like, oop. What happened?
I think Kira might have dropped.
Well, hopefully he'll be back. Oh, yeah, I gotta pull him back in. There we go.
I don't know what happened. My internet dropped.
No worries.
Yeah. So yeah, it was in the death battle. Yeah, it was Joker.
Yeah. No, like I said, it's the only thing that's bothering me about Death Battle now, is the factor that it seems like when they're gonna do a remake of a classic Death Battle, it seems that they're gonna flip the decision on who won simply based more so on who won the last one. And that kind of irritates me. That like, if you're gonna do something like that, why don't you just make an alternate ending variation and then just release that later?
Like, what they probably should have done that with was Goku versus Superman, because like, you literally remade the Death Battle to include his new Super Saiyan God form, and he still got his ass handed to him. Like, what was the point of that then?
Actually, to be honest with you, I like the first one better than the rematch, simply because of the factor that the rematch made Super Saiyan Blue look like it made it look like it was worthless. Because here's the thing: out of everything that Goku did against Superman in the first Death Battle thing, like, you know, like he hit with like intensity, like, you know, the two of them were actually having a hard time beating the shit out of each other, Superman included. Super Saiyan Blue Goku hits him with a Kamehameha to the face, and Superman walks through it and kills him, basically. I'm sorry, after all the damage that he took in the first one, I'm not buying him being able to phase through a fucking ki blast like that.
Yeah. I feel like it's just... I think Death Battle is not as interesting as it used to be, because a lot of the characters they're using now, like, unless you know the source material, you're kind of at a loss.
Pretty much,
That's another thing.
Like, what was
like,
the last
not meaning to
one?
be overly critical, but these guys could do better. I mean, they've done really well with the episodes they've done so far, but at the same time, like, you know,
They've been doing this for 10 years.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, what was the last battle we just had? I forgot what it was.
It was, I think it was
The
Link
remake
and
of
Cloud.
and
Yeah, Link and Cloud. Yeah, like, okay. Yeah. See, that one, at least I know the source material, so yeah, you get in there.
Admittedly, I was like, here's the thing, I am kind of pissed off about the outcome of that one, and I'm not going to spoil it. But at the same point, I do like the factor that they actually tried to make this one in particular. This wasn't just any Link against any variation of Cloud. This was Final Fantasy Remake Cloud versus Breath of the Wild Link.
Yeah.
Well, and also, you know, I will admit though, what did bug me is that it was, as you say, Breath of the Wild Link versus Advent Children Cloud. I guess.
Nope, Final Fantasy Remake. It's still same Final Fantasy VII universe, but it's a retelling of the story, so not everything is going to be the same.
Yeah, but but it's the retelling of the story. But he already had his stuff from Advent Children, including the Buster Sword and the Omnislash level 5. Meanwhile, Breath of the Wild Link somehow had all the powers of his predecessors as well, which.
Well, no, that's because of the spirit of the champion thing.
It was kind of, I guess,
Yeah, I don't know. Internet's
again,
kind of
guys,
acting a
you
little
might want to
wonky,
refresh.
No, I think it really is the internet acting wonky, or it could be stuff updating on my end because, god damn it.
Yeah.
Steam doing automatic updates again.
Possibility.
You know what bothers me about Steam is that, like, I go to look at my updates and it says, I'll update this for you in 3 days. Can you not update it now? Like, that'd be nice. Why do I have to set it off manually?
Because it's trying to be lenient to you. You're currently using your computer and doing something, so Steam tries to allocate a time where it thinks you're not going to be active.
Fair enough.
Trust me, it happens to me all the time. There's an update for Dead by Daylight, for example, that I wasn't even aware of until I just went and took a look at it.
That was a recent patch, and I know the one you mean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was a patch from a few days ago. It's a bug fix patch.
Yeah.
Still don't think they've re-enabled Raccoon City PD yet, which is kind of annoying.
Oh well. We'll get to it.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for an opportunity to get more blood points so I can start playing as Hunter.
Huntress, you mean?
Huntress, yeah. Huntress, and who is the other one? Huntress and sorry, I'm getting Huntress mixed up with what's the one with the not the chainsaw? Fuck, what's my other one? Yeah. Well, that was one of the ones I want to level up for his perks. Fuck, what's my main? I forget the name. Yeah. I forget the class I usually play. I forget the killer I usually play in DBD. I don't remember the killers.
I'm sorry, guys. Steam doesn't update stuff on my end, so.
That might be doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, those are the killers. Oh yeah, Deathslinger.
Deathslinger, yeah.
Yeah, my two mains are turning out to be the Deathslinger and the Huntress. That's why I said Hunter, because the Deathslinger is like suffix in the Deathslinger's name. I was getting the names like confused, like kind of combined into one. Seriously, the number of people that try to drop pallets on me when I'm using Deathslinger's hook. When I've hooked them, it's like I hook them, and then they try to escape me using a pallet. It's like, well, I'll just walk around the corner and pull you in that way. Best when they try it on Crotus Pren, really. It's like, okay, you're trying to escape me, even though there's this low wall that isn't going to block my hook at all. I'll just walk around the corner quickly and just pull you in. Oh. Of course, I'm pretty sure that if we ever play a custom game, Shads, I know what I'm gonna play, I know who I'm going to use.
Yeah.
I mean, which is more terrifying to Shads? Would you say Freddy or Myers?
You know, Jason?
He's not in Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, because he had his own game, and unfortunately that didn't go anywhere.
I always thought that his own game was kind of a prelude
Baby,
or
come
an
on, boss.
inspiration for Dead by
Baby,
Daylight.
come on.
It feels that way. I still have that.
Come on,
I
boss.
downloaded it for the
Come on, boss.
PlayStation 4 when it was still new. It like Dead by Daylight feels a lot like it. The only difference is the objectives of the survivors instead of just, you know, instead of just doing generators, they had
On
other
the other
things
box.
that you could do, and you technically could fight back. You wouldn't want to, though.
Oh, no. Okay, nope, that works. Stay. Stay.
We win. We win. Oh, dude. I know we're talking about old stuff, but like, am I the only one who's looking forward to the Sam and Max VR game?
Ah, yes.
Well, I know that a
Comedy
certain
Master.
specific pony is looking forward to it.
Yep.
Yep. I actually want to play that. I want to get that game because it looks good. And like just the prospect of like just Sam and Max talking directly to you is just kind of interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick that up.
And the funny thing is, like, looking at the because I've been looking at like the demo reels of the game that they put out every month or so on their YouTube channel. It looks like this
Oh, that
game
works.
is
Stay.
a mix of the
Stay.
Telltale games and the
feel like
cartoon story.
How would I feel
Yeah, like
if
it's
Sweet
a
Tooth
mishmash because it does kind of mention like some aspects from the cartoon.
Oh, that works. Stay.
Like there's some
Stay.
cartoonish aspect, but they also kind of acknowledge the existence of the Telltale universe. Like they mentioned Bosco, but unfortunately in that world, in the VR game, Bosco doesn't exist. Not exist like he
Doesn't
like
appear.
he's not. He doesn't appear. His store appears, but it's been shut down because I guess he went out of business. Which kind of sucks.
Oh,
but like, there's a bunch of other characters
excuse me,
now.
sorry. Rocket Knight. Speaking of Sweet Tooth, how would you feel if he ended up in Dead by Daylight?
I
like he
get
was
the feeling like he'd be a reskin for Trapper, honestly.
Yeah.
Either that or, yeah. Myers. Wait a minute, which one was Myers again? Is he the,
Myers is the shape.
He could probably work as a skin for the shape too, simply because like Myers and Sweet Tooth are around the same height.
Yeah. But,
Well, a lot of them are pretty tall, but like he doesn't. I don't really think Sweet Tooth has the same like MO as the shape.
well, I mean, when you look at his MO, it's. I mean, his thing is, explosion, clowns. Like, how do I put this? Clown-centric explosives. You know, like he's got like his head's on fire. And like I think he actually does. His buzz is supposed to be like a flamethrower. I think he's got the poison seltzer. He's got the exploding pies that are actually lethal. So I feel like if you could do that in the Dead by Daylight game, that would actually be kind of cool.
It'd probably be more like a reskin for Clown then.
Yeah, more than likely.
Even though the Clown's ability is more like the actual Clown himself, like his power, the Afterpiece tonic, revolves more around drugging enemies.
Yeah.
So it's a similar kind of gameplay style, I imagine, to playing as the Doctor. Not to be confused with the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Or the Doctor in his chat. Yeah.
But I imagine like the actual gameplay for the Clown and the Doctor play very similarly.
Probably.
I've never actually played either of them.
Like me and I Am Shadow are actually like we are so happy for the great Ace Attorney Chronicles coming out.
I'd imagine.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the full like deluxe edition with the original Ace Attorney trilogy and the Great Ace Chronicles. And her and I are talking about we might play it on stream at some point.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's gonna be something to look forward to. So, like, we're so happy. Like, oh god, we've been waiting for a new localized Phoenix Wright game for years. So I'm glad we're gonna get that joint. And I hear a meowing cat.
That reminds me of a series I watched recently, like Isekai series. I think it came out, yeah, an Isekai series. It
Okay.
yeah. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it came out like a year or two ago, and it had like a bunch of references. I was basically referring it to it as like shout out the series because it had One point was a Phoenix Wright reference, like an outright Phoenix Wright courtroom with the whole, even including the whole hold it and or objection thing. Another scene had like what appeared to be either a JoJo or Dragon Ball face. Another had an outright JoJo face in a later episode, and one actually had the full Turtle Hermit outfit worn by Master Roshi. They even call attention to it. It's like, why are you wearing that outfit? It's like, why are you wearing that?
Maybe.
Never mind
Come on,
about
box.
that.
Get on the other box.
Put on this Hashimaki.
No, okay.
Fuck.
I don't know why,
If it touches
but,
the ground, you must start over.
I don't know why, but when you said that, for some reason, XL Saga came to mind. I don't think this is what it was, but for some reason, that just came to mind.
No, I think it was like, what was it called? I think it was called, didn't I say I wanted to be average in my new life, or what it's called?
God, what? Okay, I had a discussion about this with somebody.
Oh, didn't I say to make my abilities average in the next life? That was the name of the series.
Yeah. I've had this. I've tried to speak about this to other people about this. What is it about, like, animes, like all anime, hentai, whatever? All of these things, like you translate the name, like it looks unassuming. The title fits on the box. It looks nice or whatever. You translate it to English, and it's fucking like the writer's life story. Like there's an anime right now. I haven't watched it. I don't know what it's about. I kind of know what it's about just reading from the title. It's called "Is It Okay to Pick Up Girls in the Middle of a Dungeon?"
What?
Literally, that is an entire. That is like, literally like a long ass sentence. Like, how? You could have just condensed that into like 3 words, like dungeon dating or something like that. You couldn't cover it. That is the literal name of the anime. Is it okay? Is it all right to pick up?
Wait a minute. So the title of this thing is how to pick up girls in a dungeon.
No,
or
it's
something like that.
It's asking a question. Is it okay to pick up monster girls in a dungeon?
Okay,
Oh my God.
Okay, but let me ask you this question, Kiro. If that's the case, you're worried about what the name roughly translates to when it's more than likely in Japanese, correct?
All right, see you around, Brucey.
It's just hilarious to me that it's hilarious to me that the symbols, they have words for the symbols, so when they look it out of a box, it doesn't look that wordy, right? Like, it could be like this 4 Japanese symbols, right? Those 4 Japanese symbols could end up becoming an entire paragraph. And that's hilarious to me.
Kind of sounds like the part in the first episode of Overlord, where it's like, what my manga before he renames himself to Ainz, goes with the whole, she is totally in love with Momonga. He puts that at the end of the Alberto's description instead, when he makes an edit. But it's like, it's only 3 symbols. It's like, how'd you get that out of 3 symbols?
I think my favorite, this is like a lot of people in comedy in the US, when they make jokes about Japanese translation, they do that, where it's like, they just say make one sound, and all of a sudden an entire paragraph shows at the bottom of the page. Like, if I had to give it a bigger example, like probably closer to something that we know, do you guys remember the first Outsourced? By
Great Dictator?
Great Dictator, yes, Great Dictator.
Yeah. What
remember
about
the dialogue with Batman 1138 and Great Dictator at the end?
Mm-hmm.
And all Batman does is one grunt, and it literally specifies everything he did in the editing.
Yep.
That. He just goes, and I said, yeah, I just tightened up the loose ends a bit, so also add a little bit of an extra, it's just so stupid to me. Oh, so funny. I love shit like that.
Bruce, how the fuck do you translate through? I need to learn this language.
Well, to be fair, he wasn't actually speaking English, he was going.
I do know that Electric Star actually voiced for some of the episodes of Team Neighborhood.
Yep. Sounded a lot better in my head.
He voiced in Pool Fools and Bush Beaters.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the voices on the radio.
Radio. Okay, I thought
Oh,
you
yeah.
got the scout.
Yeah, the guy's like, "Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's 1:15 in this ongoing heat wave." Yeah, that's Star.
Oh, that was Star. Okay, that's
Yeah, it's yeah, I can hear it now. I can hear it in my head now.
cool. I wish it was that he had actually been playing the scout, just so I can imagine,
no,
I can
okay,
imagine
that
him doing all the lewd jokes.
No, okay, no, that
Not
works.
only
Stay.
that, but there's a reason
Stay.
why.
Somehow I feel like it should
There's
be
a reason why most of the soundtrack in that episode is Lego Island music, because he actually works with Dictator on the fan project.
Oof. Damn.
I actually noticed that. Actually, remember when Engineer is like digging out the pool with the jackhammer?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the actual jackhammer sound effect they used was from the original Lego Rock Raiders.
Nice, but yeah,
Wow.
at the time.
So yeah, they used a lot of
that's
classic
Star.
Lego sound effects in that.
Man, this is really going back.
I love that
Quarter
series,
past.
man.
Oh god, the Andy's Neighborhood theme. Because that was literally the theme from Andy's Neighborhood in Toy Story 2, the adventure game, the game we were talking about earlier.
Man, we never. God,
I remember someone doing like a Wario remix of that, where it's using nothing but Wario voice clips.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know why. I just started thinking, dude, we never, like, Tony Hawk never recovered after American Wasteland. I swear. Every game after that was just bad. Like, they became. Oh, okay. That's hyperbole. They did recover with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2. But, like, that entire stretch of bad Tony Hawk games we got after Wasteland is just.
It practically drove away their fan base, Carol.
Dude, I still play Thug 2 on PC, like for real. But my first Tony Hawk game I ever owned was Tony Hawk's Underground 2 on the GameCube. Oh, loved it. Then I got Tony Hawk, the original Tony Hawk's Underground. Then I got American Wasteland. Those three games for me was the epitome of Tony Hawk.